Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is gonna be another cash stuffing day for me, but before that, let me just jump into the budgeting video. Guys, so right now I'm gonna be walking you through my thought process and how I set my budget for that week. So this is just gonna be a quick budgeting overview just because we are dealing with only a small amount of money. So, but I just want to walk you through how I decide where to put the money on and where the most of the money will go, or like which items I will be prioritizing. So, speaking of prioritizing, I think that, well, for me, what works for me is number one, to identify my needs versus my wants, because it's always easy to just, because when you want something, right, you are kind of like blinded to think of it as your priority for that week, and then you forget that there are more important things like your needs, the requirements to be able to live for that specific duration. You forget that because you are blinded by what you want, right? So in my case, I try to think before I budget. I try to think, what are the things that are non-negotiable? Like, what are the things that I really need to put the money on? Otherwise, like, we won't be able to eat, or we won't be able to pay the rent, or we won't be able to pay the electricity bill, water, etc. So with that in mind, I put that, you know, I think of that, and then I take a look at the list, because these are just the entire list of items that I need to budget on. So let us say, for example, for this week, priority would be the grocery budget. So that's one. And then also my birthday budget, because I'm leaving in a few weeks and we still don't have the enough money to fund my travel. But that's okay. So the next thing that I do is, before I budget, I try to think of what my upcoming expenses will be. Because let's face it, it's not all the time that your life will go according to your plan, or your life will go according to what you budgeted, right? There are always some things that come in the way, and they are a need, and so you have to know if you have an upcoming expenses that's outside of your current budget. And if there is, then you gotta put aside some money for it. Now the third thing that I do is, and this is in conjunction to knowing your upcoming expenses. If I know, like, let's say for example, my birthday fund, I see it as a need because I'm going through a rough patch right now, and I really need something to distract me as well. And otherwise, my mental health would just be blah. And also, it's my birthday, and I rarely do something special for me. I always do something special for other people, but not really for me. Anyway, I, I got sidetracked. But anyway, in conjunction with knowing your upcoming expenses, so let's say for example, let's take my birthday fund as an example, my upcoming trip. So at first, like I've shared before, I only plan to have a simple dinner with my family. That's why I just budgeted like a small amount for my birthday, just enough to have a decent dinner. with my family. So since I have decided to go and do something special for me, and I already know the budget or my budget for that trip, and since it's not like the next day travel or something like that, it I still have time to save up for it. So that's what I do. I save up for it little by little. Otherwise, I will get overwhelmed on where I would get the money to fund that trip. So because I know that my trip is going to be like in a few weeks, so I started saving up for it from the start of October. So little by little, so that I won't get overwhelmed, and I won't get so pressured that instead of healing myself, healing my mental health by going to the trip, I got even worse because I was so pressured to to build the fund, right? So those are the steps that I try to take when budgeting, and that might not work for you, but those are the things that have worked for me, and I just figured I should show that to you instead of just going through the budget and then not walking you through my thought process. So, okay, enough for that. For this week, we will be budgeting 10,000 pesos. So, as always, savings would be 5% of that. Now, savings is. Wait, what did I do? Oh, sorry, that's 50%. Okay, there we go. So, savings and tithes are always a priority because I try to do this kind of equation wherein your income minus your savings will be your expenses. So that's what I do. That's why I set aside 5% for savings, 10% for tithes. Now, if I have enough money, or if I have more than enough money for that week, obviously I'm gonna fund more in my savings. But right now, because we only have 10,000 to work on, I'm just gonna put 5% to savings, and then 10% for tithes. And then with that, so for this week, because I'm still staying at my mom's house, it's always a priority as well to fund the grocery envelope. It's because I've taken it upon myself to take care of the expenses in the house, because my mom doesn't have a work, and I don't want her to get burdened by that kind of expenses. And I eat a lot, and and she takes care of me. So it's like something that a child should do, like it's kind of responsibility as well. So yeah, we'll go straight to where did it go? Okay, I'm gonna be putting 2,000 because that is what I try to budget for a weekly grocery. And since I've shared with you a couple of videos ago that I bought a live pig from my mom, so that live pig will get slaughtered in like a few days, because good news, our standing freezer is working. So the last time that my mom said that it was no longer working, that was because she forgot that the switch is actually at the back. Like the switch to turn it on is at the back. It doesn't automatically turn on once you plug it in. You have to like switch the knob to on in order for it to work. And she forgot that there was a switch at the back to do that. So she thought it was no longer working. And so I said to her the other day, Mom, let's just double check if the freezer is really no longer working. Otherwise, we will have to purchase a chest freezer. And I was so thankful that it's not working, because we don't have to spend a couple of thousands just to buy another freezer, when our standing freezer, which is huge, is working fine. So I'm happy with that. So the meat, the pork, that's gonna be used for our own consumption, and I'm pretty sure that it will last us until end of December, because it's a huge pig. It's like almost 200 kilos now. So yeah, grocery, this will go mostly for like seafood, vegetables, and other things. So yeah, so let us go now to the checker. So we still have 6,500 pesos, and I am leaving for the first week of November, and we still don't have enough money for the birthday fund. So I'm thinking of putting 5,000 pesos in my celebration. And this is just gonna be a one-time expense for me. This is just gonna be an October priority for me. I really need to get away and unwind. It's something that I really need, like right now, like personally. That's also one of the reasons why I'm staying at my mom's house. I'm going through something, and I like it here because it's peaceful. I can get, that peace of mind that I really needed. And yeah, anyway, enough about that. We still have 1,500 pesos. What I'm gonna do is we'll go to emergency fund. We'll fund this 1,500. So we are slowly building the emergency fund, and then 500 for my credit card payments. There you go. Because our ultimate goal is to pay off our debt, save money, prepare for retirement, and enjoy life. That's our goal. So no matter what happens, we will always put something in our debt payment. Now, OIC loan is no longer getting anything from me because I no longer take care of that expense. I no longer take care of that payment. So this is just my budget for my own money. I no longer budget my husband's money. It's just my money now. So yeah, go to checker. Okay, it's 0. That means everything has been allocated to different categories. And if you don't know already, I do zero-based budgeting. So this checker right here will let me know that if I still have some money to allocate. Otherwise, if it's 0, then it's fully allocated, and that's good. Okay, let's go now to the cash stuffing. Okay, so let's count the money. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 9, 5, 10. We have 10,000 pesos. Thumbnail, please. Okay. Let's arrange the money in our cash tray. How was your week? I hope that you guys are having a blast. Okay, let us start with our tithes, which is getting 1,000. Let's just put tithes here. And by the way, I already took some money out of my tithes envelope and sent it to our church bank account. And then savings is going to get 500. So savings now has, we have 10, 11, 11, 5, 12, 5, 13,150 pesos. Perfect. Emergency is also getting another 500. So emergency now has, and I'm so sorry if it's kind of a bit noisy. There's some background noise. One, my mom is watching TV and it's loud, so it goes so the sound goes to through my door and my wall and everything. You can probably hear the advertisement going on right now. Anyway, we have 10,000, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,000 in the bank. 20, 21, 21, 1, 2, 3, 50. 21,350 pesos. That's for our emergency fund. Again, our goal for emergency fund for this year is 25,000 pesos. But if we exceed that amount, then all good. Okay, we will now go to our grocery budget for this week, which I've shared with you, is going to be 2,000 pesos. There you go. And I still have the Robinson's gift check, which is 1,000 pesos. Okay. And then here we will jump to birthday, because birthday is gonna need to be bumped up right now because I'm leaving in like a few days or a few weeks. No, next week, basically. Anyway, so we will get 5,000 pesos. So you have 1, 2, 2, 5, 3, 3, 5, 4, 4, 5, 5. Yeah, that's correct. And then now we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, no, 5, 10, 5, 11, 5, 12, 5, 15, 13, 5, 13,700 pesos. That's what we have in birthday. There you go. And then the remaining money, and this is going to be 1,000 pesos. So let's just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 1,000 pesos. 500 will go to my credit card number 1 and 500 will go to my credit card number 2. And so that is it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you on my next video. Bye.